Eric Cantona in the 90s, George Best in the 60s. The two names are synonymous with Manchester United's success. Like Cantona, Best was rightly regarded as the greatest player of his time. Like Cantona, the Irishman enjoyed an adulation which stretched far beyond normal hero worship. And like Cantona, Best walked out on the club at the peak of his powers. Now he understands only too well why the Frenchman has bid au revoir and why he'll be so hard to replace.
I hate comparisons from, you know, the past and the present, but he has been so special. I mean, and last year, for instance, I mean, he won the double almost single-handedly. I mean, he was magnificent. And I think as well, you talk to the young players at Old Trafford, and I do quite a lot. I mean, they look up to him, and he really is. I mean, to be called the King at Old Trafford is something that is reserved for very, very special people. And he's got to be up there in the list.
But the strange thing is that he hasn't been picked for his national side. I mean, if we look at all the other all-time greats, they were automatic selections. Why hasn't that happened with Eric Cantona?
Well, I suppose if you follow up with the coaches and the managers and the people who pick the team, you're not going to get picked. And that's what happened to him, I think. He's a very, very stubborn man. He's got his own opinions on how things should be done and how they shouldn't be done. And I mean, good luck to him. He stands up for himself, and he believes in what he believes in. So I think that's cost him a little bit as far as the French side are concerned. I mean, they must have a terrific side in France if they can leave him out. His biggest asset is that he makes it look easy, and it is not easy, but he makes it look. I mean, he always looks like he's got time and space, and he does, and that's not. I mean, even if you try and close him down, great players look and make it look. Platini did it, Beckenbauer did it, Bobby Moore did it, Dennis Law did it, Bobby Charlton did it, Duncan Edwards did it. You know, great players who make it look easy, and he's got that ability, and takes the mickey as well, which is coming from me, I like.
Cantona, though, must be replaced. The fans have already made their choice. Juninho from Middlesbrough, but Best has his reservations.
Obviously, he's the one on everyone's lips, and it looks like if Alex Ferguson wants him, he might be able to get him, because money's no problem to Man United at the moment. I don't know. He's such a hard act to follow. I mean, if I was a manager and I had to pick somebody in the world to replace him, I'd go for Ronaldo at Barcelona, but you're talking about a lot of money. It's I don't know if little Juninho, he's a great little player, but I don't know if he has that special presence that you need. But if I was buying, I'd go for Ronaldo.
Now, George, obviously you know all about the special understanding between Cantona and the fans. It's something that you experienced in your time at Old Trafford, but surely he's really going to miss the place.
It's going to be hard. I mean, they call it the theatre of dreams, and it really has been for the last 5-6 years. I found it difficult when I retired to find something to take over from Old Trafford, and it's got maybe even bigger than the 60s and 70s when I was playing. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles it. I've got a feeling that he might re-emerge somewhere.
So it's au revoir, Cantona, but not necessarily adieu. Pete Barclough, Sky News, Central London.